evening. I haven't been making too many videos, mostly because I've been working a lot during the day and doing a lot of driving at night. And instead of putting my thoughts out there, I've been watching everybody else's videos. And I've been driving a bunch of different cars because my red truck, 86 Ford, the head blew out on it, and I haven't had a chance to do anything with it. And that truck knew its way home pretty good, so I could fumble around with other things and it would stay on the road and make it back to the house. But right now I'm driving a Jeep, and if I'm not paying attention, it seems to want to swerve off the road. I got an F-250 that'll do the same thing. But anyway, the thing that's been on my mind, and I've seen a lot of videos about it, and it's kind of pretty clear to me. You know, there's all kinds of videos. I did one on chemtrails, just pointing out chemtrails. Some plane made a U-turn, and there was nothing on the news about a plane getting hijacked. So I don't know what it was about. But planes don't, you know, big jets don't usually make U-turns unless something seriously goes wrong. Yeah, people are worried about chemtrails. A lot of more religious-based channels that I really pay attention to, that I really like. You know, they're talking about 5G and you know, all sorts of things that are going to kill us. And yeah, they probably will. 5G's studies have shown they won't let it in Europe because it kills all the bugs, which is great if you live in a swamp, but then the frogs die, and then the birds die, and then the bees die, and then there's no pollination, then the food, you know, food stops growing, and then you got a real problem. Apparently it gives people headaches, it can trigger seizures. Yeah, 5G's coming, it's probably going to kill us. That's the way it goes. Then there'll be some big lawsuits, and you know, they'll change it, blame it on something else. I don't know. But there's a lot of earthquakes, but there's always a lot of earthquakes. There's volcanoes. There's a lot of volcanoes. There's a lot of everything that's going to get you. And as far as you know, my faith goes, there's a line in the Bible that, you know, you will not know when it happens. You know, the moment's coming like a thief in the night. And so as far as I'm concerned, everything is peripheral. You know, it's all just clouds. It's all just clouds in your coffee in the morning. You know, yeah, there's all sorts of things, and yeah, some of it's not so good. But the tribulation isn't going to be too great either, and God's chosen will be reasonably unaffected. But a third of the people are going to die real quick, and a third of the people are going to die more slowly, and a third of the people that aren't his chosen won't be allowed to die. They're just going to suffer for like 3 years, 3.5 years. And if you're saved, that's got to be kind of like a scarring kind of exercise, you know, seeing, you know, people walking around with sores, people walking around with broken bones sticking out of them. They get hit by a car, but they're not going to die. They're just going to have their head split open. Or, I mean, whatever ailments, whatever torments, whatever, nobody's going to die. They're just going to be suffering with it. So, you know, I don't know which side of the fence I'll be on, you know, which, you know, if I'm one of the saved or one of the not so saved that's going to suffer. But even if I, you know, just saying that is going to be a horrible, horrible affair. And, yeah, is 5G going to bring about the first third death? Who knows? I don't know. You know, but there's nothing to worry about. It's, you know, read the book. You'll know the ending. It's the way it goes. But that whole conspiracy and everything, it's all, it's permeated everything. You know, in politics, you know, Trump is trying to do certain things. You either agree with him or you don't. but cloud it with Russian collusion that can't be proved, with women that can't be, stories fall apart. The Stormy Daniels, it was about her trying to breach a contract without being held financially responsible. And he said, no, I don't want you to breach our contract. We had a contract, you signed it, you got paid, that's it. And that's what it was about. There was no rape, there was no murder, there was no mayhem, there was no conspiracy, there was no nothing. It was some trashy lady who, I guess by occupation, she's got to be trashy, trying to squeeze an extra buck, and found some cheesy, scummy lawyer to, bring the whole thing to the forefront. If I was Donald Trump, I would sue her for breach of contract because she brought the whole thing to the surface, made it a national subject. But it's got nothing to do with anything. It's got nothing to do with finances of the country. It's got nothing to do with security. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's just another thing clouding up the coffee in the morning. And people are really hung up on this stuff. And a couple I know, two women, they get along great. They're lesbians. One girl had a baby. Her husband, well, it wasn't her husband, it was her fiance. She got pregnant, he took a hike, and she wound up with another woman, and the father of their child disappeared, and they were gonna, sue for sole custody and cut him out completely because he kind of did it by himself. And they're saying, yeah, we're going to get married and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And the judge, and it's like, don't cloud it. You got a real simple case. You're the mom. This is the child. The father disappeared. He's got nothing to do with the child. You don't want him showing up at some point in time and screwing up the kid's life and demanding rights. You don't need the headaches. That's it. You've already won the case. Do not cloud it with stupid facts that have no bearing on it. Just cloud it up. And people do it all the time. They get stopped by a cop, and the next thing you know, they're out of their car, their stuff's getting dropped on the street. Why? What were you doing? What was I doing, officer? You were speeding. Okay. Leave it at that. You were speeding. Just don't cloud it and tell them about your mother and your cousin and this and that, and just keep it simple. Keep it to the facts. You almost need tunnel vision to get through the day, because of everybody talking about all kinds of stupid things that have nothing to do with anything. But anyway, that's my rant. That's what I've been thinking about.